Lydia Ko is one of the rare prodigies who didn't just arrive early, she stayed in the game. And now she's in that even rarer category, the kind of player who can have a second peak and make it look completely normal. Let's go straight to the receipts. Before Lydia was a major winner, before the awards, before the longevity, she was a teenager showing up around the best players in the world and not looking out of place. Annika Sorenstam saw it early. The maturity, the skill, the fact that she didn't look overwhelmed at all.
First of all, I mean, she's very mature for her young age, and obviously her skills speaks for themselves. She's already won a few tournaments as an amateur on the professional circuit and compete against the best in the world. She's top 5 in the world. We haven't really seen that in a long time. So she's a very impressive young lady, I think. I've seen her play. I've seen her in press conferences, and just looks like she has a great, solid head on her shoulders.
And this wasn't just Annika being polite. Lydia became world number 1 at age 17, the youngest golfer, men or women, to do it. When you're 17 and you're already doing historic things, people struggle to describe it without sounding dramatic. That's where Mike Wan's line lands. He's basically saying, this isn't normal talent. This is something we don't usually see, ever.
I think a lot of our fans and probably media alike don't really realize until you step back and sit for a minute and realize that we're watching history. I mean, we're watching a 17-year-old who won the inaugural race to the CME Globe and is winning at a rate, really in top 10ing at a rate that is just never seen before. When you tell people that Lydia hasn't won a major, they all scratch their head and say, really, that can't be true. I think the same thing. It seems like she's already done it all. So what's really impressive is that when you go back and look at the history books, you realize that you knew what she was doing was special. You didn't realize it was historic, and really what she's doing has just never been done before.
And NB Park backs that up from a player's point of view. Not just Lydia's natural talent, but also how professional and mature she was at that age.
First of all, she's a teenage golfer, but she's very mature golfer, and she's very professional. And she hits the ball very straight, accurate, and very calm most of the times. So she really don't act like her age, and it's just really amazing to watch her play. And she's a very good competitor. She knows how to respect people. She knows how to respect players. Yeah, so I think she has a really bright future, and really looking forward to competing with her as well.
Now here's the part that explains why she lasted. Lydia's game is built on repeatability. She is as consistent as they come and doesn't need perfect conditions to play good. David Ledbetter puts it as plainly as anyone can: complete game, no real weakness, ultra-consistent swing, and the biggest asset might be her temperament.
Attributes of Lydia Ko is that she has no weaknesses in her game. I mean, she probably doesn't hit it quite as far as maybe the long hitters out there. She's sneaky long, as they say, but she's not built that way to smash it out there 290 yards. But I mean, the consistency and repetition in her swing is amazing, just amazing. Her distance control, and probably the biggest asset she has is her demeanor and her temperament. It just never alters. She never gets upset. She never gets highly elated. And I joked with her that this winter we were going to send her to anger management classes to learn to get angry, because I say I said, you cannot be that calm. It's impossible. I mean, she never loses the head at all. And it's incredible. I mean, for a girl of 17, she's won 5 times on the LPGA Tour. She's so mature, and she's a really nice person, very humble. And she's just one of those talents that come along every so often that you just look at and say, wow.
That calm is her signature. It's why she can play so well under pressure. You can tell a lot about a player by how other pros feel when they're paired with them. Stacey Lewis says she enjoys playing with Lydia, and that playing with someone who's performing well pulls your level up.
I mean, I love playing with Lydia. She doesn't take much time. We both kind of play fast, and we got into a good rhythm there, going back and forth. And I mean, it's just nice to play with somebody when they're playing well, because that makes you play even better.
What's easy to forget, with the benefit of hindsight, is that being the prodigy is usually a trap. Golf is a long career, the road is brutal, and it's very easy for an early superstar to burn out. Lexi Thompson said it back when Lydia was young. It's a hard road, but she believed Lydia could handle it because of how composed and consistent she was.
I've gotten to play with Lydia a lot now, and she's a great player. Very poised on the golf course. You can't even tell if she's playing bad or good, and I think that's a great attitude to have on the golf course. Very consistent player. But advice, it's definitely a hard road. There's a lot of traveling, long flights, but, I think she can handle it. It's a lot of hard work. You got to practice, but, every time I see her every week, she's out there practicing, doing hard work in those practice rounds, so I think she'll do well out there.
Now, let's jump to 2024, the year that was a reminder that she's not a former prodigy, she's a present-day champion. She won Olympic gold, and then, a couple weeks later, won the AIG Women's Open at St. Andrews, her third major, and her first major since 2016. That stretch mattered because it wasn't just her winning again. It was her winning again on the biggest stages, with the weight of years on your back. And this is where Lydia's legacy gets even clearer. The players who are coming up now don't talk about her like she's a name from the past. Rose Zhang talks about Lydia's character, how she carries herself, and what it meant being in the final group with her at the Olympics.
The way that she carries herself is just so incredible. A lot of people, obviously, her career shows for itself, but what she's like off the golf course is simply amazing, and I was very fortunate to just be in the final group with her and really witness that sort of history. And I think she's, out of anyone, she deserves it more, just based on how hard she works and how great she is as a person, as a mentor. She's always been there to really make me feel, I guess, really comfortable, especially when I'm out here not knowing what to do, since she's been there, done that when she was younger. So the fact that she's still very young, but for her to do what she does, it's definitely an inspiration.
That's the kind of respect you don't get from career highlights. You get it from how you move through the sport. Here's another great proof that Lydia's fundamentals are real. Jason Day says it's been a treat learning from her technique.
She actually has a very strong champion mentality. When you're out there talking to her and you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh, you got a bad bounce or this and that, it's never yeah, you're right, I got a bad bounce or it went up against the limb. It's more about she's always looking forward. So when you have a mentality like that, you're always going to pursue greatness, and I think she's going to be great for a long time, as long as she wants to play. That's the biggest thing. But it's been an absolute treat to be able to play with her, pick her brain, see how she is under pressure, because I can learn as a golfer, especially from the PGA Tour, I can learn from many different places, and this is a perfect scenario where I can learn from Lydia, who's been a great golfer for a long time. And I feel like I've improved coming out of this week personally, and I'm going to take what I asked her about her wedges moving forward, and I know that's going to help me a lot in my game too. So,
a major champion is saying he's learning from you. That's the highest compliment you can get. So when players are asked about Lydia Ko, the message is consistent. She was mature before she was supposed to be. She was world number one before she could legally do most adult things. And in 2024, she proved the story isn't about what she was, it's about what she still is. That's Lydia.